Our story begins with protagonist waking up in the body of a total loser of a noble named Liam. At first, he's completely freaked out. After all, just yesterday, he was living his normal life, and now he's stuck in a kid's body. His father scolds him for causing a scene, but doesn't make too much of a fuss since he's in a good mood today. He simply tells Liam to sit down and not embarrass himself further. Liam keeps thinking that this must be a dream, and any moment now, he'll wake up in his real body. But when he wakes up the next morning, he realizes he's still Liam Hamilton. There's no escaping it. This is his life now. A little while later, his personal maid enters his room to help him get dressed. He takes the opportunity to ask her some questions and learns that he's the fifth son of a noble family. Apparently, the party yesterday was to celebrate the birth of his new baby sister. Later that day, Liam talks with his older brother, Bruno, hoping to piece together more about his new life. Bruno, the fourth son of the Hamilton family, tells him that their noble status is in serious danger. There's a rule that says every noble family must achieve something great within 3 generations, or they lose their title and become commoners. Unfortunately, the Hamilton family is now in its 3rd generation without any major accomplishments. This means their father and eldest brother, Albert, are desperate to find a way to maintain their noble status. Bruno, however, couldn't care less whether they stay nobles or become commoners. It doesn't make a difference to him. He's just a chill guy who goes with the flow. Liam is surprised by how relaxed Bruno is about the whole situation. But honestly, he doesn't really care either. He literally just got here, and he has no idea what he even wants to do with his life. Just then, their tutor arrives and announces that they will begin their magic lecture soon. The moment Liam hears the word magic, he jumps out his chair in excitement. Bruno is a little surprised by Liam's reaction and tells him that there are a bunch of grimoires, magic books, in the family storeroom if he wants to take a look. However, Bruno also warns him not to get his hopes up. Most people don't have the ability to use magic. Even so, the magic instructor encourages Liam to study magic, explaining that understanding it is valuable even if he can't use it. Determined to find out more, Liam asks his maid to take him to the library, where the grimoires are kept. When they arrive, he is amazed by the sheer amount of knowledge packed into shelves. He picks up a book on basic fire magic, opens it, and decides to give it a try. Following the book's instructions, Liam successfully creates a small flame at the tip of his finger. This is a huge deal. Most people struggle with magic, but Liam manages on his first attempt. Excited by his progress, Liam goes to his father's office to ask for permission to use the grimoire library for further study. His father, who normally can't stand talking to him, dismissively grants him permission without a second thought. While his father's cold attitude is a little discouraging, Liam is more focused on the fact that he can now freely access the library. Over the next few days, he dedicates himself to mastering all the basic elemental spells. Before long, Liam becomes skilled enough to cast magic without even needing to check the grimoire. When Bruno sees this, he is shocked. He himself has never been able to use magic. He praises Liam's abilities, telling him that if he keeps this up, he'll soon be able to make a name for himself. However, Bruno is also curious about Liam's motivations. He asks if Liam is training so hard because he wants to become the next family head. If that's the case, it might put him in conflict with their eldest brother. But Liam quickly shuts that down. He has no interest in family politics. He just thinks magic is cool. Having mastered all the beginner-level spells, Liam decides to move on to ice magic. However, before he can start, he gets summoned by his father. It turns out that word of Liam's magical talent has reached him. Just days ago, his father couldn't care less about him, but now he suddenly seems very interested. He demands a magic demonstration, so Liam shows off his ability to cast spells without opening a grimoire. His father is ecstatic. This could be their family's chance to secure their noble status. For the first time, he acknowledges Liam as someone valuable. He tells Liam that from now on, he is free to use any resources he needs to improve his magic. Just as Liam is about to leave, a soldier bursts into the room with an urgent report. A certain man has been spotted within Hamilton territory. The Count immediately orders the soldiers to mobilize and capture him. From the way everyone is reacting, this person must be a serious threat. But as far as Liam is concerned, that has nothing to do with him. He simply heads back into the forest to continue practicing his magic, determined to become even stronger. As Liam walks deeper into the woods, he notices a man sitting under a tree. The man looks a little on edge, and when he spots Liam, he immediately asks if Liam is part of the Hamilton family, and if he's here to capture him. Liam casually confirms that he is indeed a member of the Hamilton family, but he has no interest in capturing anyone. In fact, he has no idea who this guy even is. The man looks relieved and relaxes a little, But then he notices that Liam is carrying a grimoire. Curious, he asks if Liam is studying magic. Liam nods, explaining that since practice is the best way to improve, he was just about to go train. However, before Liam can leave, the man suddenly asks if he wants to learn a more efficient way to use magic. This immediately grabs Liam's attention. He stops and asks the man what he means. In response, the man demonstrates a technique that allows him to use 5 different types of magic at once. Liam is absolutely blown away. He has never seen anything like this before. Seeing Liam's excitement, the man offers to give him a quick magic lesson. Liam eagerly agrees. The man seems a little surprised by how polite Liam is. Most nobles have a reputation for being arrogant and full of themselves. But Liam is different, mostly because he only recently reincarnated into this world. The first lesson begins with the man asking Liam to try drawing 2 different diagrams on the ground at the same time. Liam does as he's told, and to the man's surprise, he does it pretty well. Since he handled that so easily, the next step should be a bit harder. The man then instructs Liam to cast 2 different spells at the same time. Liam thinks for a moment and decides to try using Flame Cutter in his right hand and Fireball in his left. He visualizes the spells and gives a shot. To both of their amazement, he successfully casts them simultaneously on his first attempt. The man is stunned. This technique is extremely difficult, and yet Liam pulled it off as if it were nothing. Encouraged by his success, the man tells Liam to try using 3 spells at once. Liam concentrates and gives a shot. At first, it seems to be working, but then his magic suddenly fizzles out. Liam is disappointed, but the man assures him that he actually performed the technique correctly. The only reason the spell failed was that Liam simply doesn't have enough magic power in his body yet to sustain casting 3 spells at once. Simultaneous casting consumes an insane amount of magic, so Liam needs to learn better control before he can maintain it. To help him understand the concept better, the man tells Liam to sit down while he draws a diagram in the dirt. He explains that this technique works based on prime numbers. For some unknown reason, multi-spell casting only works with prime numbers. For example, a person can cast 1, 2, or 3 spells at the same time, but if they try to cast 4 at once, it won't work no matter what. The man himself has mastered up to 13 spells at once, which is incredibly impressive. However, even though his magic power is high enough to go up to 16 spells, the prime number rule prevents him from advancing any further until he can reach 17. Liam is only 12 years old, so the man is confident that with proper training, he can reach incredible heights in magic. To help him get stronger, the man offers Liam a special ring. The ring Liam received is basically a massive grimoire, packed with hundreds of spells he can learn whenever he wants. Excited, he slips the ring onto his finger. Immediately, over 300 spells start flowing into his mind. Overwhelmed but thrilled, he wants to try one out right away. He turns toward the woods and activates a wind spell called Wind Shoot. A powerful gust of wind bursts forward, shaking the trees. He grins, happy with the result. But when he turns around to thank the man who gave him the ring, the guy is nowhere to be found. Just then, Liam's maid shows up. She scolds him, warning that it's dangerous to be out in the woods alone right now. Apparently, there's a suspicious man on the loose, and she tells Liam to be careful when talking to strangers. But that aside, she was sent to deliver something. His father wants him to have a new grimoire. She hands him the book and walks off, returning to the mansion. As soon as she leaves, the mysterious man suddenly reappears behind Liam. Liam, startled, asks where he went. The man casually replies that he never left. He was just using invisibility magic to stay hidden since he can't afford to be seen. But enough about that. He points to the grimoire Liam just received and says it's actually pretty interesting. Then, he offers to show Liam a neat trick. He instructs Liam to open the grimoire and tries summoning a spirit while wearing the ring. Curious, Liam follows the instructions and summons a fire spirit, but instead of floating around, the spirit gets absorbed into the ring. The man explains that by doing this, Liam can store elemental spirits and call on their power whenever he needs them. Excited, Liam repeats the process with all the elemental spirits in the grimoire. By the time he finishes, he looks up, only to find that the man has disappeared again. But this time, he won't be coming back. Before leaving, the man left a message in the dirt. Keep training your magic, and you will surely become a great mage in the future. Also, don't snitch on me. If anyone asks, I was never here. Liam doesn't know much about the man, but one thing is clear. He learned more in this one afternoon than he ever would have on his own. He will always respect him as his master. A month passes and Liam continues his magic training, making remarkable progress. One day, his brother Bruno visits and is astounded to find that Liam has created white charcoal all by himself. White charcoal is known for burning hotter and cleaner than regular charcoal, but it's typically difficult to produce without special equipment. Yet, Liam has managed it using just his magic. Bruno also notices a bag full of liquor crystals, which are used to restore magic power. He asks if Liam made these too. Liam nods, explaining it was challenging at first, but he mastered the technique by combining 5 different types of magic. Impressed, Bruno feels reassured that Liam will manage fine on his own, especially since Bruno won't be around much longer. He's getting married and moving away. He's chosen a low-ranking noble family that offers more freedom than the prestigious but restrictive Hamilton family. While Liam is shocked by the news, he wishes his brother well. Before leaving, Bruno shares a troubling secret. Their father had always hoped for a daughter to marry into the royal family to secure the Hamiltons' noble status. Disappointed with Liam's birth, he attempted to achieve greatness by sending 1,000 soldiers to kill a monster in the forest. The mission disastrously failed, with most men lost. Now, their father is desperate to salvage the family status. Taking Bruno's advice to heart, Liam decides to seek independence by capitalizing on his magical skills. He starts by selling his white charcoal, which turns into a profitable venture due to its unique qualities. However, aiming for a more sustainable income, Liam stumbles upon another innovative idea during a visit to a noodle shop. Enjoying a bowl of delicious ramen, Liam realizes the noodles, made fresh daily, don't last long. This inspires him to create a shelf-stable version. After some experimentation, he uses his magic to cook and dehydrate noodles, turning them into an instant meal. Just add hot water. Confident in his new product, Liam rushes to the merchant guild to sell it, but he hits a roadblock. The merchant refuses to distribute his noodles without permission from his father or eldest brother, Albert, due to his status as the 5th son. Unbeknownst to Liam, Albert, envious of his younger brother's potential success, instructed the merchant to deny the request. Frustrated but undeterred, Liam decides if he can't sell his product in Hamilton territory, he'll go elsewhere. He packs several batches of his instant noodles into a magical item box created with the ring. Then, attempting to cast a summoning spell to transport himself, he accidentally creates a perfect clone instead. Adaptive, Liam sends a clone to a neighboring land to sell the noodles. Days later, the clone sends Liam a message. The noodles are a hit and sales are booming. This success brings Liam closer to his goal of independence, proving that even in the face of family opposition, his ingenuity and magic can carve a path to his own future.